Hi, I'm Jackie, hypnotherapist, theta healing instructor and writer, and in this series of videos I'm going to tell you a little bit about my creative project called Pieces to Peace. This is the name of my book. So today I'm going to tell you a bit about how that name came to me, what were the circumstances of it, and doing that as an invitation for you to explore those intuitive messages that come to you, and like when it's the call of your soul, taking action on making that happen. So Pieces to Peace is a name that popped into my head. So rather like J.K. Rowling was on a train and suddenly Harry Potter popped into her head. I'm not saying that this is Harry Potter or it's going to be anything of that scale, but it's that same kind of story. Just driving back down the M3, this name, Pieces to Peace, popped into my head and I was like, wow, that's a really cool name. And what I've been reminded of recently is that actually it was the state that I was in at the time that opened up my intuition to allow that kind of creative inspiration to come in. So I was driving back down the M3, the motorway that leads from London down to Southampton, and I'd been in London for a talk by Robert Holden, and I'd heard about him. I'd heard he was amazing, and it was my first time hearing him speak. And he talked about his book, Lovability. And as he talks about his book, it was this idea that there's already this love waiting for us to see it, waiting for us to experience it. So I know he's a teacher of A Course in Miracles, and he would call himself a student of A Course in Miracles. I've explored love from a different angle, but we're all going to the same place, aren't we? So having this, I think it was about a 2-hour talk that just kind of took you to this space of like, oh, there is this loveliness, there is this spiritual love that's supporting us all. And I suppose it then kind of equally at the same time sparked the question of, how do we sustain this? How do we maintain that feeling more and more of the time? And whether I'd consciously or unconsciously ask those questions in the car on the way back home, that's when Pieces to Peace first made itself known to me. Or maybe made their self known to me. I think Pieces to Peace would quite like a gender transcendent. We talk now about somebody's pronouns. Me, Jackie, she, her, works for me. Pieces to Peace, I think, it's more of a transcendent, beyond masculine and feminine to they, and it is making it too much of an object. It's like a living being, a living entity, and this idea that's worked with me. So, creative inspiration. What creative ideas have come to you? And how can you open up to that divinely inspired space where these ideas can just kind of pop in and leave you with like a call to your soul to find out? That's my invitation to you.